Tell me about yourself. Those 4 simple words can make even the most successful professionals freeze. It is common to feel that an introduction is not nearly as important as one's formal qualifications or professional background. However, in today's competitive landscape, your ability to capture someone's attention is often more critical than the volume of your resume. Many people struggle with introductions because they mistakenly treat them as a data dump of their past achievements, rather than a strategic opportunity to engage the listener. The reality is that your introduction serves as the gateway to every opportunity you encounter. If you cannot articulate your value in a way that grabs attention within seconds, you risk losing the listener's interest immediately, regardless of how impressive your credentials might be. To master this art, you must rethink your approach entirely. First, stop thinking of an introduction as a chronological list of your history or a recitation of your bio. Instead, think of it as a concise, high-impact soundbite. In an era defined by multitasking and shortened attention spans, you are competing with constant distractions. It has been suggested that you have a better chance of engaging a goldfish than the average audience member if you do not get to the point quickly. Therefore, you should aim to introduce yourself in 20 words or less. This strict constraint forces you to be precise and intentional with your language, ensuring that every word serves the purpose of sparking enough curiosity for the listener to ask you to tell me more. The second, and perhaps most important, mental shift is moving away from an about me introduction to an about you introduction. Most professionals make the mistake of focusing entirely on themselves, their titles, awards, or previous job descriptions. For example, saying, "I am an award-winning marketing manager," describes your past, but it fails to address the needs of the person standing in front of you. Instead, you must focus on the value you provide. Rephrasing that statement to, "I help struggling startups reach new audiences faster," tells the listener exactly how you can help them succeed. An effective introduction answers the listener's unspoken question, "How will my life be different because I met you?" To execute this strategy effectively, you can utilize specific frameworks designed to highlight your value. The first is the benefit framework. The formula is, I help a target audience achieve a benefit they desire. For instance, you could say, I help job hunters confidently explain why they are the ideal candidate to hire. This format is direct, professional, and results-oriented. If you want to go a step further, use the breakthrough framework. The formula is, I help a target audience achieve a benefit they desire without a negative consequence. The inclusion of the word without is powerful because it addresses the specific pain points or roadblocks that your audience wants to avoid. For example, I help established brands rapidly reach new audiences without increasing their marketing spend. This demonstrates not just what you do, but how you uniquely solve their problems by removing obstacles. There are times when you may want to focus on your mission or personal values rather than a direct career benefit, especially if you are a student, on a career pivot, or driven by a specific social purpose. In these cases, you can use your passion, your strength, or your mission as the anchor. For a passion-based introduction, use. I'm passionate about Y something I value to achieve, X something my target audience values. An example, I'm passionate about helping people in need and creating opportunities that change lives. If you prefer to lead with your unique professional abilities, use the strength framework. I'm known for strength to achieve something my target audience values. For example, I'm known for my critical thinking and turning complex information into actionable insights. Finally, if you have a specific long-term vision, use the mission framework. I'm on a mission to achieve something my target audience values. For instance, I'm on a mission to bridge the healthcare divide and make a lasting difference for vulnerable communities. You do not have to pick just one of these frameworks. Different audiences value different things, and it is perfectly acceptable to adapt your introduction depending on who you are speaking with. The key is to test these frameworks and observe which ones generate the most meaningful engagement. Ultimately, stop listening to the inner critic that tells you that you are not good enough or that you are an imposter. If you have ever felt overlooked or unheard, understand that it was likely never about a lack of talent or intelligence. It was about how you presented that value. What if the only thing standing between you and being seen, heard, and recognized is the way you introduce yourself? I'm mine. By shifting from an about me to an about you narrative, you can stop feeling like an imposter and start positioning yourself as a professional of true substance. You have valuable expertise to offer, and with a refined, 20-word introduction, you can open doors that previously seemed closed to you. Have a nice day!